if we just do the same exact thing we did yesterday, we'll have a birdie look. Well, we're straighter off the tee today, which is a little bit unfortunate because I did aim to the left side. But we're going to be just fine. That'll actually give us a pretty good look. We were streaming live when that happened. I don't know if I published the video after that. If I didn't, I'll have to do that. But yeah, no, we were live during that whole thing. Good bit of wind here, but a pretty level shot. Hopefully it pushes it a bit. It's not pushing it as much as I'd hoped. But it takes a nice kick, and look at this! Oh! Oh my goodness, nearly an eagle to start our day 1 inch out. But it is a birdie to take us to 9 under. What a shot that was. Might be one of our shots of the year. Good Lord. Well, with the wind doing, it looks like the same thing. I feel like laying up again is going to be the play off the tee. Probably going to want to hit 3-wood. And with this is almost identical conditions to round 1. I mean, driver's an option. But we do risk rolling into that bunker with the downslope here. So I feel like 3-wood is just the safe play. Just find some short grass somewhere, and we're in good shape. Which might be a little bit of a challenge. That is headed right. However, we will be just fine. Yeah, that was incredible. And I said I was more nervous for that game than I was for the national title game for Michigan. And I feel like that is not an exaggeration. Well, we had a dandy of a wedge shot on our first approach of the day. This one not so good. We're going to roll off the green here and into the first cut as well. So taking out the putter, probably not the best call. We can have a go at a chip. But with that slope there, you think it's going to slow up pretty good. And it does, and we're just a little bit to the left of the hole. But it should be a par on 2. I don't think we're going to hit a better shot than that first one. That approach shot on hole 1. It's going to be our shot of the day, I'm sure. Unless we do one better and hole out. Well, on to the third. I don't know. We'll see when we're looking to hit our second into this green. I'm wondering if this might be one of our best chances at a birdie on this hole for the entire tournament. Something feels a little bit off there. We'll choke it back up and then let her rip. I tried to go as right as I felt comfortable with, just knowing that we'd be safe even if we missed a little bit. And we actually rolled down, took a good kick right. So we'll have a look at this, I think. Gotta hit 8-iron into the wind. A wind that just died down that is just, it can't make up its mind. This could be good if the wind helps it out a little bit. And we actually nuked it. We'll stay on the green, we'll be putting. But 17 feet away to start our day. Another par 4. This break up towards the start of the roll is not going to do a whole lot to it. I'm really worried about once it gets down there. Bring this back a little bit and just aim slightly to the left of the hole, and we might just be okay, and that rattles home. 17-footer for birdie on 3, 10 under par. Oh, goodness, Matt Kuchar. Matt Kuchar has posted a 63 to go to 14 under for the tournament. Which is just off of our... even if we keep up our pace from yesterday, that's just shy of what we were doing. So a good Friday at PGA West for Cooch. Well, our first par 3 of the day, 199-yard fourth. And into the wind and on an upslope. We're going to bring this back a little bit because Lord knows I'm going to nuke this. And hopefully we're on target. Tailing a bit righter than I wanted. And it doesn't quite hold up. Well, we can have a putt from the fringe if we want. If not, yeah. Well, it's really not that bad. Your best putt is better than your best chip, right? It's going to do a lot, I think, with that fringe, especially because you can see the beads just going down and leading down just to the right of us there. So we'll try this, and hopefully I didn't overpower it. And speed was actually pretty good, but just missed it a bit high. We'll settle for par. And Sabatini's round is already done as well. He was the leader when we teed off at 11 under, but Kuchar records the 14 under 63. I didn't see Kuchar's name up towards the top, I didn't think, after day 1. Interesting to see. I mean, what the fuck? What's par at this course? I don't even remember. Don't even remember. Well, we could easily be flirting with the cart path if we nuke this thing. There's not really a penalty for doing that in the game. One of our straightest drives of the tournament thus far. And it's pretty good. Would have taken it a little bit farther left, especially because I don't know what it is, if it's just mentally in my head or what the deal is. My approach shots, I feel like it has to be a mental thing. Just because I want to avoid this water so bad that we miss right, or we miss left here on our approach consistently. So I'm actually going to try and avoid that the best I can and just hit an 8-iron to this wide area here. Give ourselves a good third. And we give ourselves a really good third, actually. Just a dead straight look at it. Too far away for a flop. And I don't really love a pitch shot. So let's see what our options are here. We might try a spinner, honestly. Bring a spinner back to, like, right there. And the slope should take it down. And it is. We're going to have a good look here. Inside 5 feet. I wanted it a little bit closer. I felt like we could have done it a little bit closer. Swing was a little bit goofy. And this putt isn't totally easy. Not uphill, though. And it's in. Third birdie of the day for 11 under. Current tie for second place unless something else happened. Nope. Well, back to another par 3, the 6th at PGA West. 255 yards. And this par 3 we're just happy to walk away with par, I feel like. I feel like that's going to be the strategy for us all tournament. I can't justify trying to hit 5-wood, especially with the pin. I guess we'll call that short right, I guess, even though you'd say the short part. It could be middle. Who knows? We're just going to try and get over there is really all I want to do. Leave ourselves a good approach. This might take a kick here. And it finds the green. We are going to be a long way out, though. 84 feet. Well, a chance for some more magic, but I really don't anticipate this going in. We just want to put ourselves close, which is going to be incredibly hard to do. Mostly uphill, and especially towards the end when this thing's going to be dying off. It's downhill to start, and uphill a little bit, then flat, then downhill just a touch, and then uphill the rest of the way. So, we're going to add a good bit of power to this, and just hope it's also going to go way right. I mean, this has no chance. We can actually... as sacrilegious as it may be. No, oh, well, we can hit a pitch shot. I mean, in this case, our best pitch shot may be better than our best putt. Oh, however, we are off center on our aim, so we'll get back over there. And then give her a go. And I might have nuked it. Please hold. Well, now we'll never know. We will never know. Not a lot of break, but it is significantly uphill, at least on the start. I really hope we don't power this through that little bit of break, and that is exactly what we did. It's going to be our first bogey of the tournament, and it has... just nothing has gone right. Oh! Wow, make it a double. We leave it 2 inches shy. Drop us back down to 9 under. That is brutal. The mistakes we really can't afford to make. At least, I mean, I'm glad we're making them now. Would have preferred had that ball not found its way to the green off the tee. Would have opened things up for us so much more. Well, now on to the 7th. As we have done through practice and round 1, no driver off the tee. I don't know why I can't ever get this right immediately. Controller vibrations just always spook me. We're in the fairway. I actually didn't look at the pin location here. Would have been nice to be a little bit farther right, because this is a bit of a tough angle, but we got a finesse here that I guess we could power it a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Well, we missed it a bit left and long. So now all we can hope for is par, really. I don't think we can have a go at a chip. It's not, it's a bit dangerous because it does go downhill just a slight bit. So I just don't want to make any huge mistakes there. Just put ourselves close, get ourselves for par, and hopefully just get onto the back and get onto a roll that I know we can get onto. An unfortunate start. Man, the 6th. And I don't think I bogeyed the 6th once. in the lead up to this event. Golf is hard. I don't know if you knew that. We got a front left pin location here, guarded well by that bunker, so it's going to be another tricky approach, I feel like. Because this is a par... it's a par 5, actually, so it's going to be a little easier than I thought. That is headed right. Please save me, wind. And I think it just might. Flirted with disaster there. Well, of course the game wants me to hit 5 wood right at the pin. No. We're going to hit 4 iron. Bring it back a little bit. Even if we go into that rough, it's not the end of the world. And we actually are heading a bit left. That's it. We might find the green here. We do. That takes a nice kick. We're going to have a 22-foot eagle putt here. But there's a lot of break to it. So really all I want to do is get this close. Give ourselves a good chance to make up for that mistake on 6. And I don't know what it's doing. That was really good, actually. Inside of a foot. Well, at least get back to 10 under. Four birdies as we head to 9, but that double bogey on 6 right now is killing us. Matt Kuchar's still the leader. Par 4 ninth, 452 yards. Really shouldn't be a way that we mess this up, but now that I've said that, guess what we're about to do? So kind of the same strategy as yesterday. Just aim right there. We should be able to power it through any chance of finding that bunker. And that's heading a bit left, so we are definitely safe from that. Takes a nice kick downhill. It's not a perfect angle in at the pin. That bunker cutting us off. This was a front pin yesterday. And I'm a bit worried. We're kind of in between clubs a little bit here. It is slightly downhill, but I don't know if this pitching wedge is going to have enough to get there. I'd rather go long. And that is indeed what we're going to do, but just barely. Well, what are the options? We can chip, but that is just all downhill, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to bring a flop back a little bit and just make sure we don't get over that lip. Because otherwise, that catches that downslope, we're going to have a big problem, and we leave ourselves a really flat putt. Should be no issues here. And we posted 2 under 34 on the front. But outside of 6, we played a lot better than that. And currently tied for 6 as we do head to the back. Par 4 10th opens up our backside here on Friday at the American Express. That appears to be... It's not really a tricky pin location, but it might make for a tricky putt. Into the wind, eh? Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring that driver back a little bit. We're going to hit a high shot. And just hope to be somewhere left. Have a straightforward look at it. We hit it pretty straight. Second day in a row, we will have to cut that water just a little bit, but it shouldn't be in play at all. And this is actually perfect range for our pitching wedge into a slight wind. Could be good. Could be good. Spins back a little bit too, so a chance to get back to 11 under. We had tied Roy Sabatini before the debacle on 6. And this should be fine. Ooh, we cut it a little bit close, but we start our back 9 on Friday with a birdie. We'll take it. Now sole possession of third, it appears. First par 5 on the back 9. They are not giving you many angles when it comes to the pin locations here on Friday. It's really just been off all day in terms of trying to find a nice angle for an approach. But we just need to find short grass. We will do just that. Come back down just a little bit to the left. Not quite. So our second shot going to be a little bit above our feet, but we will likely be okay. And now our second here yesterday kind of flirted with the left side. It is decently above our feet, so we'll aim a bit right and hope we don't. We did kind of nuke it straight. It's going to sit up there, actually. I really thought that was going to come back down. It does not. Well, it makes for a look that I didn't quite expect here. We're a little bit out of range for a finesse. I don't want to try and get too cute. Try to take a little bit off. We can try a spinner, but it is a long way out for that. So what I'm going to do is actually hit a pitch somewhere out here and hope it rolls up there. Oh, that was a punch. And it has gone wrong, and that's just not paying attention there. As soon as it left the club, I'm like, oh, we're fucked. Okay. Well, I mean, a high flop, not a good call. What about a spinner? Can we hit a spinner from the rough? We can't. I mean, a long flop might be our best play. I don't know. Or an actual pitch and just let the slope try and take it down there. Come on. That's got to roll. It's got to roll. It is rolling. That's going to be really nice. It's going to save our par. Oh. Massive. Needed that in a big way. Well, we still stay at 11 under. What else is going on? Still sole possession of third. The two guys ahead of us have finished their rounds. And if we can just stop getting in our own way, we've got a chance at this. We can take a lead into the weekend. But, I mean, it's just a mistake. We'd already be there. Just too many missed opportunities here so far. Well, just find the short stuff. That's a little left, but it'll be okay. As long as it doesn't take a horrendous kick. It will not. I'd like it to settle down in there, and it doesn't. But regardless, short grass. So spinner's an option. Finesse, not so much. We could try a high flop. I don't know if that's really the play. I don't really know what the play is, honestly. I mean, a pitch kind of into this shit, but I mean, it drops off so much. If we leave it short, we're doomed. If we nuke it, who knows? I feel like we try a spinner and just hope that there is some uphill action going on past the pin. So hopefully that stops it. And we are left of it, and ooh, nice shot there. Just north of 3 feet. Out, now we just can't make a mistake on the putt. And we do not. So that should be a tie for second. On to the par 3 13th. 214 yards, and this is another one where we're going to be happy to come away with par. I don't want to go pin seeking here with that water lurking left. We've been clubbing down to 6 under here. Got some decent amount of wind, so if we do make a little bit of a mistake left, hopefully the wind makes up for it just a little bit. And, well, I didn't intend to go pin seeking, but we might actually be pin seeking. It's going to roll past it, but a little bit of a mistake is actually going to be to our benefit. However, we are still 17 feet out. We've made a 17-footer today. It's just about getting it there. Like I said, just walk away with your par. And I didn't read that very well. But it's flatter than I thought down here, so we'll be fine. We'll get par on 13. Remain 12 under. On to the par 4 14th. And I mean, the only reason that you think this is gettable is because it's a par 4 under 400 yards, but when you can't really hit driver off the tee, it does become a little bit difficult. And I have been flirting with rolling this through into the rough really the entire tournament. So we're going to just make sure we don't do that. This shouldn't roll out much at all. And it rolled out a bit more than I would have expected or wanted it to. So now just hopefully a nice approach. We got the wind pretty much straight at our back here. But we can't really hit. I mean, it's downhill, but it's barely downhill. We're going to go past the pin, I think, with this 54. With this win. We actually missed it. Whoa! Oh, we killed that. Well, just get ourselves close. Give it a touch more power than I initially wanted to, just to get it over this initial. Please slow down. Please slow down. It ain't slowing down. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. This doesn't do much. We're going to aim for that left edge. Just a little bit past that left edge. And there we go. Well, another par save. We stayed 12 under. Through 14. All right, we got a back pin here. On a par 4, the 15th hole at PGA West. Just no mistakes off the tee. It felt a little funny, but it's pretty straight. We will be quite all right here. In terms of it being level, it might be one of our best opportunities for a nice shot of the day. Shouldn't do anything too unpredictable. I don't know about a 7 quite like that. We're going to bring that back a little bit. Leave ourselves a putt here. Or completely hook this left. Well, instead, probably going to be chipping. Always the best look at this is when you're down in this cam. At least for me, I think. It's a strong right to left break. We'll give it a little more. And lean into that ledge. And wow. Well, it didn't do anything to it. Tried to lean it into the break. Didn't work. And yet another par putt for us. Downhill. Won't have to think about it too much. Power it in, and with 3 to play, we are 2 off the lead. And Lord knows what's happening with the guys at T. Actually, yeah, we're still 2 off the lead. But somebody has passed us for second spot at 13 under. This is a gettable par 5. Surprisingly, at 600 yards. If our second shot takes a good kick, especially with that front pin, we are going to be in good shape here. But the deal is, you just can't roll through the fairway, which is what we've struggled with really all tournament. And we're heading in that direction. But I took a little bit off of it, so we'll be just fine. Good Friday evening, Ash. We have name rails on the Daytona cars now. Speaking of which, I want to ask everybody, like, individually, like, I want to put a flag on there. Like, alright, so hear me out. When it comes to putting a name on a race car, I always feel like it feels really weird if you don't accompany, like, a flag with it for some reason. I don't know why. It's just always, like, so I grew up a Dale Jr. fan, so he always had, like, I think the Kentucky flag, or not Kentucky, North Carolina flag on there, and I always thought that looked good, so if you want any sort of any flag of any sort, rainbow flag and USA. I kind of thought that's where you may go.
Well, no Confederate flag, so.
Well, yes, no Confederate flag should be obvious. If you suggest a Confederate flag, you certainly don't know what channel you're watching. Alright, we're going to hit 5-wood and just make sure we don't make any mistakes here. Wind will take it a bit to the left. And we pushed that fucker. Didn't we do this yesterday? Take a good kick. Oh, it did. First cut, but that's way better than where we were headed. Oh, boy. Alright, well, this is an eagle flop. I have no faith this is going in. But put us close and be able to tie for second. I want to put the Michigan flag on my car, which we're still going to call an Acura. I know my brain had a bit of a moment when I thought Acura was the luxury brand of Toyota, which is not the case. But I'm too committed now. It's an Acura. I feel like I just want to throw the Michigan flag on there. Well, here we go, Alcatraz, 17 at PGA West. And honestly, if we hit the shot we did yesterday, we'll be in pretty good shape. I believe we hit 9-iron. I really hope we hit 9-iron, because that's what we're going with. That's heading off right. But it'll be safely into the middle of the green. And certainly a long putt, but it's not impossible. It's all uphill. Well, it's not all uphill, but it's primarily uphill. But it doesn't do much. So just a little bit out that way. I'm going to take a tiny bit off because I've been blowing balls past the hole today. I'm doubting myself just a little bit because this is going to come out. Oh, come on. Turn, baby, turn. I turned a little bit too late. But an easy one for par. Still one off the lead. Matt Kuchar. At 14 under, we sit at 13, but 18 is gettable. We had a hell of a birdie here yesterday to go 8 under. So maybe we can do that and tie for the lead again. Or maybe not, because that pin, these Friday pins are not my favorite things in the world. Should be just fine. Just hold up. Don't climb that hill. Don't climb the hill. It did a little bit. Well, a 50 with a whole bunch of wind at our back, huh? That's what we got. That felt weird, but it might actually be really good. Inside 10 feet. Oh, but we have a tricky putt. This is downhill, so just don't make a mistake that's going to throw away all the work we did to even get back here. Oh! Just burnt the edge high. Well, it looks like we will head into the weekend trailing. But really, overall, can't complain too much. Outside of 6, man, we were on this, and just 6 just turned into a debacle so fast. There's now a tie at the top of the leaderboard. Garrett Higo and Matt Kuchar at 14 under after Friday at the American Express. Kuchar went 9 under today. We sit at 5 under. So a 2-way tie at the top. We entered play today with a 7-way tie at 8 under. So maybe the AI struggled with pin locations as much as I did. Roy Sabatini, who came in as the leader when we teed off, sits at a tie for 7th with 4 others. Robert Streb, rather, who had a nice opening round. He's still in this. But so are we. In terms of the guys that were looking like contenders after day 1, really we all kind of did this. But sitting in 3rd, 2 rounds to go. I like our chances. Take a look at what the deal is down at the bottom of the leaderboard. Not nearly as many people over par today as there were yesterday. Just Austin Cook, Brant Snedeker, Vaughn Taylor, Adam Hadwin, David Lipsky, and Michael Thompson. There were a lot more guys down here yesterday. Scotty finishes 1 under with a 3 under today. Jordan Spieth was 2 over today. He falls down the leaderboard. Matt Fitzpatrick was 3 under today. Just a rough week for Fitzpatrick, who, when it looks like scoring is just happening left and right. Matsuyama didn't have a great start to his season. Wyndham Clark. Cam Champ was +3 today. What's the biggest number that happened? Today, anyway. We got Snedeker at a +4. Sepp Straka went 4 under to get back to even par. And it won't matter. I thought I saw +5. That was a 5 under for Kevin Streelman. And up with these guys, I can't imagine. This is the cut line right here. JT Poston with a 7 under today. Oh, to just barely make the cut line. I can't imagine there's anything more than a 4 over. Xander Schauffele went 8 under. Goodness. More than a 4 over above the cut line. Charlie Hoffman was over par today. Duffner goes 6 under, as well as Lucas Glover. But nothing really better than Kuchar. Nice round out of Sam Ryder. He goes 8 under to finish today tied for 16th. A 7 under for Nick Taylor. And there is Kuchar. Yeah, the only guy to go 9 under through 2 days in this tournament is Matt Kuchar, and he sits tied for the lead, but we sit 1 back as we do indeed head into the weekend.